Hello, listeners. This is the NPG Podcast.
So moving on, Steven, what do you want to talk about?
I want to take you guys on a trip.
Okay.
I got my bag.
Like every time I start a topic, they all start like this because I'm huge on reminiscence, given everything I do. So I wanted to ask you guys. I wanted to hear your stories about how your lives were before the internet, like right before the dawn, the advent, the apex. Now we all know Brian had like no childhood and didn't get the internet or a game console till he was like 30. So his answers will vary differently from ours, Matt.
Right. Yeah.
So
I'm not even going to justify that with a response.
I mean, he was already working, on his 401k and stuff.
Yes, quite. Yes, looking at 6 figures. This is in his stock portfolios. Yes.
Yeah.
For his bank account.
Yes. I have a monocle. You can't see it, but I have a monocle.
That curly mustache. Yes. So, yeah. I just want to hear about how your guys' lives were before this advent of technology that has consumed us and the lives of those around us and our children. The wonders of the world that they will never see. At least not in the same light we did.
Right. Matt, you go first.
Oh God, I can go on this all day. I think about all sorts of weird shit when I think about life before the internet. Just thinking about things like freaking Michael Jackson having a contest on MTV, and you had to sit there and watch it to wait for the phone number to come up. Nowadays you just be like, oh, let me look online, see what the internet is, or what the internet says the phone number is, and go find out when it's going to play and all this stuff.
And then use a bot to enter it 1,000 times.
Exactly, that kind of nonsense. Or better yet, when you're at school or, at your job, Brian, and you're arguing with somebody about, who sang what song or who was in what movie or what year it came out. And you're like, no, it came out in 92. No, it came out in 93. You're a liar. You're stupid.
And then you get home and you dig up your movie cases, and the next day you slam it on the desk and you go, there you go, motherfucker.
Motherfucker, right there. I printed out a dot matrix printer.
There it is.
And nowadays this is like you can sit at a break table and somebody go, hey, does anybody remember when Waterworld came out?
So just look at it.
No, I don't. Oh, here.
Okay, Google, when did Waterworld come out?
And you get the whole grossing and all that stuff. You're just like, fuck. That just kind of takes a lot of the fun away, a lot of the interaction away.
Wait a sec. Okay, Google, when did Waterworld come out?
Waterworld was released globally on July 28th, 1995.
Boom. See, I would have to go home and look at my fucking movie cases for that.
Yeah.
And then come back and slam it on the desk.
You're right. And that's how you would have done it too. That was your resource, is if you had it. And if you didn't have it, you had to go find a friend that had it.
Or go to the video store.
God forbid you went to the
fucking video stores.
Yeah, video stores are dead.
Jesus.
Thanks, Internet.
I used to go there every week. And I browse the same Nintendo.
I work there every day.
See?
Yeah.
You know what's up. And did you rent out any Virtual Boys?
No, this was actually after the Virtual Boy.
Okay.
Virtual Boy came out when I was like in the beginning of high school, I think.
That's right. I guess it would have been like PlayStation, probably an N64.
Around then.
Yeah. Late end of the like Dreamcast maybe.
Actually no. It was before then, because I remember I got my Dreamcast in like what was it, 1999?
99. That's when they
like the week it came. I think the week it came out, I got it.
Wow.
Oh, you mean September 9th, 1999? Yeah.
Yep. I do remember.
He's got to think about this one because this is when his Alzheimer's has already kicked in.
Shut the fuck up. I remember being pissed off listening to the radio, and they never told you who sang the fucking song.
Now you can soundhound it.
I remember when you had to record a television show, you had to put this big old honking tape into this device, and at the time, there was no timer. When you wanted it to record, you had to hit the fucking buttons right then and there, and then let it go until whatever it ended.
Betamax?
We didn't have a Betamax, my god.
Every chance I get.
What was the sound quality on 8-track? How was that?
I was born when vinyl was coming in, alright, and cassette tapes.
I know vinyl came in like
tape was like
1988.
1988. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm just going to shut up talking if you're just going to trounce me on this the entire time.
No, don't stop.
Rotary phones.
Don't you
Pagers?
need what the hell they call that thing? Shit. The thing. What the fuck is that called?
I didn't have one of those.
No, you did. You.
Pagers were a thing.
Pagers. My brother had a pager.
I had one. That's how I got all my women's. Fuck. I don't know. It consisted of me not being in my home. I can tell you that much.
So, yeah, okay, we all spent a lot of time outdoors.
Yes.
You know, playing with the neighborhood kids or doing
lived in
drugs up
Florida
behind
where
Walter Wilco.
If you lived in Florida, you walk outside, you get eaten by an alligator, or you get burned up by the sun. It's a lot like Mad Max down there.
God. Actually calling people.
God, remembering the phone number.
Like if you wanted to do shit with someone, you actually had to talk to them. You had to call up and be like, "Hey, can I get a ride to the movies with you?" Okay, sure, or no, or whatever. Hey, you want to go out? Yes or no? You know, it wasn't this texting crap that consistently goes on now. Maybe that's why I don't like cell phones, because I know I don't have to use them to talk. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't like texting people. I like calling them up and be like, "Yo, what do you want to do?" That? All right, cool, bye.
I don't like talking to people. For a voice actor, I'm strangely awkward at talking.
Yeah.
We know.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Video games.
Yeah.
DVDs. Those are still around though.
But yeah, you actually had to memorize people's phone numbers and stuff like that. I had a little book with people's numbers in it. I had one friend who had a phone number that actually spelled something, so they were like God. Because you're like, oh, their number actually spells something. It was, the local number and boys, but.
Not the five boobs.
Thankfully it was a girl, so she was happy with it. Like, call me.
No doubt she was.
My boys.
Going out to cruise around the town for no real reason whatsoever, just because you have nothing else to do.
No, we didn't have a driver's license before the internet.
Yep. And now I drive because I need to. And I'm like, I want to go for a drive, but fuck, man, I really need this gas to get me to work for the next week.
Just randomly surprising people at their homes.
Oh yeah, knocking on their door.
Yeah. And the kicker is you could have called first, like literally. Still, but you were more prone just to show up at someone else's house just for whatever reason.
Well, and your answer was, I was just out and about and I was swinging in the neighborhood, so.
Yep. And nowadays it's like, you weren't out and about. Nobody does anything unless they have to.
You were stalking me, motherfucker.
What do you want?
So, let me ask you guys this. What do you miss the most about the pre-internet days?
I'll field this one. Years ago, my grandparents owned like a fucking 8 acre fucking fielded area. I don't know. And
farm?
Yeah, that's it. That's what they call that thing. Shit. No, it wasn't exactly a farm. It was just a house on a lot of land. There were farms in the area, but they didn't have one. And my brother and I, we got into so much shit. Like, I'm going to be writing stories about this eventually. But we got into so much. Like, there was just always something to do outside. There was just always something to investigate, some fire to light, some frog to hunt down, some weird coyote noise to follow. There's always something
body to poke.
Dead bodies to poke. Yeah, come on. You mean you've never been? And Like, there's so many adventures that we had just every weekend, Saturday, Sunday, occasionally Friday. There's just be so much shit to do, and we always found something to do. We were never, ever, ever bored. And then one day we got the internet, and the adventures all stopped. The adventures turned into like fucking medieval role-play channel rooms on IRC. And actually, no, this is pre-IRC. Do you guys remember when chat rooms used to be just like a constantly reloading web page?
Yep.
Like, did you guys ever use WBS, the web chat broadcast system?
No.
No, okay. But yeah, like chat rooms were just like reloading the page every second to see if, you know, the girl you were trying to cyber with had written back to you.
Cyber.
Before any messenger. Yeah, cyber sex.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you meant that or if that was like a Canadian term for something else. But
no, that's definitely what I meant.
Okay.
Since you fuckers like to mess with me so much about my age, I'll have you know the first person I asked out was actually over the internet.
Wow, you were the true loser. Like
Yep.
back then,
Yeah,
people were like,
I was.
"Oh, he was a creeper."
I did.
Her name was.
So.
I did too. So that's probably why. we're
But
on
it's
this
not
show
because
together.
I like she lived down the street and I decided to be weird. I was in Florida at the time on vacation. She was back in South Carolina, and he had the guy that we were staying with had the internet. I'm like, can I use this? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, cool. I asked her out. She said yes, and she was psycho, and that's it.
Mine just
There
stopped
you
talking
go.
to me. I haven't heard from her since.
Well, better
seriously,
than the
she's-
alternative where we don't hear about Brian ever since.
That's true. That is true. Okay, well, later, Christina, I got to keep Brian.
Yep.
You know what? I turned out better as a person. But holy shit, man. That hurt.
I miss the days prior to the internet, but I don't miss the disappointment of going, hey, let's go to that restaurant that you like. Oh, okay,
wait.
yeah, let's go. Oh, it's shut down. You know, or what time do they close? I don't know, probably like midnight. No, they close at 9 because they're a respectable business. You know, it's those silly things that I am grateful for the internet for, but at the same time, I miss the simpler times. Petridge Farms remembers.
I know that it's good to have the information age where everything you want is where you need it. But, I don't know. I'm not going to go on an adventure and fucking poke dead bodies now.
Well, I think it's just now. I think overall, just missing being a kid in general.
Perhaps.
You know what I
it
mean?
is.
Well,
And
what's
I
like being a
guarantee,
kid
like
now?
kids now though, when they get older, they're probably going to say the exact same thing. It won't be the same exact stories. or
I
close
miss
to
being
it.
able to play on my iPad all damn day.
Yeah, exactly. Man, I can't stand this VR stuff. I wish I could go out and do something.
Man,
I wish I
can't
was
stand all these
Fucking-
raiders.
like I used to. But I think if I'm going to say I miss anything, I miss the ignorance.
Mm.
I miss not having every single thing that happens in the United States pumped into my brain.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I miss.
I guess
know-
if you ever learned anything, it'd be from the news. Like,
Yep.
if you wanted to learn about something, great. Turn on the 6 o'clock news, turn on the 11 o'clock. Don't want to be depressed, don't watch it. Now it's just fucking fed right into your eyeballs all day, every day.
At the same time, though, guys, that's kind of a blessing in it because I remember whenever the news was on, it was always on the exact same channel, being pumped the same exact message every day. And thankfully, when I was a kid, I wasn't jaded enough to know anything about politics, but I know now that it was basically brainwashing. You find one channel you like, you stick with it, and you're brainwashed to follow those rules, and it's not a good way of living. I love having a diverse friend base on Facebook because, yeah, that's where I get all my news is Facebook. But having a diverse amount of friends because you get so many different views and you just realize everybody's crazy. Even you.
And
Oh, yeah.
we're also the most connected generation now. So if something happens big in the world, you're going to hear about it right away. If the fucking nuke gets dropped on, I don't know, we'll say, what's a state everybody hates? Wyoming. Kansas and Wyoming together.
I don't know. I have no reason to say that. I just came up
Arkansas.
with the state.
Fuck Arkansas.
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 If a nuke gets dropped on Arkansas, we are going to know about it the second it happens. Whereas if you didn't have the internet, then you'd hear about it when the fucking fallout comes out to you.
You know what the craziest part about that is, though? You could talk to people in Arkansas. You can talk to them while the bomb's being dropped and after the fact, and just go right
Exactly.
onto Facebook and
Exactly. Otherwise, instead of just seeing it being an item out of the news that you have no contact with whatsoever.
right. And it's kind of funny too, because I got a friend who's in Baton Rouge, and she was in those floods, and what would have happened is something along the lines of, you know, you hear on the news Baton Rouge is flooded, then you kind of like, oh shit, I worry about my friend, who I never would have met if it weren't for the internet. But I kind of worry about my friend. And then you try calling them and you can't get a hold of them. And then for the next few days, while their phone's out, you're thinking they're dead. But now you can be like, oh, hey, what's going on? Oh, I don't have much battery life left on my phone, but let me tell you the
got
crazy
the bomb
shit.
dropped on you. Couldn't you have called?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that Facebook thing where you can check in and say, I am okay.
Yeah, really. God, that's so sad.
Let's not go into that one.
What the hell? I had somebody who like posted that they were okay after like the Japan tsunami or whatever 2 years ago. I was like, they were in Canada. I was like, I'm okay. I'm like, thanks, Johnny. Appreciate it. Good to know.
Wait,
Good to know
you
you're
guys said that potential backlash of radiation or something.
backlash, radiation.
Yeah, I remember seeing all these
Yeah.
graphs about how Canada and the West Coast is going to be, have a shit ton of radiation from Fukushima that comes across the ocean or something.
As you.
Huh?
I'm on the same coast as you.
Oh, I don't know if your buddy is.
Oh, well,
Smart ass.
You fucking live 10 minutes away.
How am I to know that? Anyway. But yeah, and let me ask you guys this to follow up on this whole topic, because I'm curious. What is your first interaction with internet?
Cyber sex.
That's your first? Jesus Christ, you're Canadian, man. Have some respect.
That's the problem. We're
Oh.
very muted people. You let us out in the open, hidden behind masks, man. It all
Writing
comes
mooses,
out.
Shit.
It fucking comes out, man.
Oh, wow.
You're
Mine,
an inhibited people.
my friend at the time, Josh, when I lived in South Carolina, his family had it, and he was just consistently conversing with someone, which I found really rude. But that's my first time I ever saw it. And like with the dial-up line, and like, stop fucking calling me, I'm trying to do something. Yep. AOL. Welcome.
You've got mail. Oh my god, the AOL fucking trial discs. I had like fucking 40 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first internet.
I just fried those in microwaves.
Oh, that was a blast watching that little radiation ring.
Yep.
But my first interaction was 1996, and I felt like I was a true fucking pioneer because I'm watching somebody else do this. But I had a friend named Ronald, whose father was a very wealthy doctor. They got like $20 under their pillow from whenever they lost a tooth. It was amazing. But they had Windows 95 with internet access.
Ooh.
And I was talking to him about a game, because we were talking about Oregon Trails and how awesome that was. He said, oh yeah, those are a lot of good games back in the day. And I said, or back, 2 years ago. I said, yeah, I used to play Commander Keen all the time. He goes, oh, Commander Keen, hold on. And he typed into AOL this nonsense about download Commander Keen now. And like 5 hours later, the next day I came over to his house and he had Commander Keen. And I called him a liar because I didn't think he could download it off the internet or off the air. I didn't understand. I thought he had an actual disc and he just had to find it.
Shareware.
So yeah, my brain kind of broke on that point. It's like, no, you didn't get this from any tube. That's a lie. Don't you remember watching Ghost Rider? We watch that every day when we go to school. That's what I got it from. You got it from a ghost? You're a damn liar. Ronald, you're a horrible person. Go back to Venezuela.
Damn it, Ronald.